Good evening, everybody. Hello, this is Rami over here. I have some very interesting news. I myself am a huge fan of soccer or football. I absolutely love it, especially during the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, I've basically purchased all the FIFA games on my computer. I love football. It's my favorite sport. To me, football is the world game. It is like a universal language. It's kind of like music. You know, specific sports have their specific demographic and their specific kind of culture. Football is known as the world game. You know why? Because it's not bound by your race or your religion. You pick up that ball and you play. Now, get this. Just about a week ago, FIFA officially banned the Iranian women's team from the Olympics, from the international games, because the women in the team wear the hijab. If you don't know what a hijab is, it's kind of like what I'm wearing right now. Do you like my hijab? Anyways. To me, it's open discrimination. Now, hey, FIFA have put up their reasons on why they have banned the Iranian female football team. It's a crock of shit, okay? The main reason I say it's a crock of shit is because I've done some investigating into the matter. Safety is first. Everybody says safety is first. And one of the reasons FIFA has apparently banned the headscarf for these girls is safety. They would have a valid point because they say that the hijab could be dangerous whilst playing football. Yet usually when you make such a statement like that, you do need to provide some evidence to back it up. You do need to provide me some cases on where a hijab has injured someone or killed someone whilst playing football. The actual gear that the Iranian women are wearing for the football has been modified to make it football friendly. So to make it safe, to make it efficient, to make it comfortable, to try and comply with football. Now, a lot of people have come on board and said, well, these women are forced to wear the hijab, you know, they're forced to wear it, that will teach their government a lesson, that will teach the men a lesson, the mullahs that are telling all these poor Iranian women that they have to wear the headscarf while playing soccer. Well, let me tell you something, okay, before all you people start coming on board, you do realize that you have no say on the matter until your nation stops supporting Saudi Arabia, for example. Okay, so before you start talking about dictatorships, stop supporting Saudi Arabia. Okay, otherwise, just stop there. People see Iran in a very negative light. Okay, Iran is seen as this terrible country that stones its people and hangs its people and oppresses its women. The thing is, not many of us have been able to go inside Iran and to see it for what it really is. My auntie came back from Iran last year and said it was a magnificent place with beautiful people. Now, have we even thought about this? First of all, Iran has its own international female soccer team. Now that's pretty cool. I mean, considering it's this hardline country, it has its own female soccer team. Yes, they do have their, you know, the gear that they wear. But at the same time, these girls are competing around the world. These girls are playing a sport that's been dominated by men. These girls are great at what they do, and they're proud of what they do, and they're happy, they represent their country. They go around the world, and not only that, these Iranian Muslim girls are being watched by men and women around the world on the TV. They're being exposed. So the fact that they're out there and the government has allowed it with no problems and fully backs them up shows a very supportive system. Yet who is it that is doing the discriminating and the judging? It is the West. It is us saying, no, you know, oh fine, you know, you're Iranian, you're Muslim women, you're playing football, you're representing your country, you want to compete in the Olympics all around the world, but you're wearing a hijab. That's not allowed. Now, I got a little deeper into it. I wanted to see who this person was that initiated the ban, that agreed upon the ban. His name is Sep Blatter, okay? Now, you're probably thinking Sep Blatter cares about women's rights and Sep Blatter is seriously concerned. Well, not so much so. Sep Blatter once said that women should have skimpier outfits to increase the popularity of the game. So he said, let the women play in more feminine clothes like they do in volleyball. They could, for example, have tighter shorts. Female players are pretty, if you excuse me saying so, and they already have some different rules to men. This is just showing that he wants to sexualize women in football. He wants to sexualize the women, not allow them to be modest. So he's very keen on one side of the spectrum, but on the opposite side, he's discriminatory. And that's a really sad thing to do. This guy is oppressing these women that have been given enough rights to get out there and to come to the doorstep of FIFA and then to only be rejected. These girls were shattered, and these girls just want to play football, the world game, and they're being rejected that right. Now people are coming in and saying, oh, well, they're imposing their beliefs, they're imposing their religion. No, they're not. They're just there to play soccer. So let them play soccer, okay? What they wear has proven to have no effect negatively on the game. Let them play. This is a great uniting force. Even the president, Mr. Ahmadinejad, even the president of Iran said he's going to fight this. He said he backs up the girls and he's going to fight it. He said this is just not on. Football is an amazing way to get nations together, and I just find it very bizarre. Now, one thing I'm very grateful for is that my beautiful country, Australia, and Jim Forrest, the president of the New South Wales Football Association, has outright rejected this hijab ban and always has. He stated that it was a serious act of discrimination, and we, collectively, Australia, want no part of it. And that is fantastic. That is a great attitude, and it's direct, and it's the truth. The kit of the uniform is the same. They're still wearing socks, they're still wearing boots, they're still wearing a shirt, they're still wearing pants. There is nothing wrong in what they are wearing. There is no evidence to prove that it gives them any superhero powers to score more goals. They've been allowed to wear the hijab on and off for a couple of years now, but finally a ban has been in place, and it has shattered the dreams of these girls to compete in the 2012 games. And it's very sad that these girls, the primary reason these girls were not allowed to succeed is because they wore a hijab. That democratic Western nations are the ones that are limiting the rights of these girls that we see as oppressed. And we further oppress them by doing this. It's just that once it shows a Muslim identity, people want them to disappear. They allowed them to wear the headscarf only if it looked like a hat. It was the same thing, but they didn't want it to look like an Islamic headscarf. It's just crazy. I say good on these girls. These girls should be proud of themselves. They look like very confident players, very independent women, very successful in what they do. And they wanted to get out there and show the world that yes, even Iran can go out there in the center stage and prove themselves to the world. But we've cut them off. We've cut them off. And where's the oppression coming from, guys, this time? Where's the oppression coming from? And we're doing it more and more, We're banning burqas, we're banning minarets. And it disappoints me as a football fanatic, as someone that loves football and adores the game. This really sets a boundary, and it really makes me lose respect for FIFA as an organization. And it just shows it's got a very xenophobic view of the world. If you're not like us, then we don't want you to play the game. And we don't want you to be in this organization. And we don't want you to compete in the games. We don't want you to show how good you are. because you're not like us. You're not exactly like us. And it's not right. Thanks for having a listen, guys. Tell me what you think about the situation. And be honest about it. Alright, have a good night.